Oh gosh, it's so much to do with such a beautiful energy and rather beautiful creativity and quite nice vibration that is going to drive you completely throughout October 2019. Okay, my gorgeous Pisces, this is going to be a really important and a rather significant month when it comes to like a sorting out some kind of issue that was bothering you, but at least for the last 3 months, something that was on your mind and something that was kind of preventing you to kind of go on the next stage of your life, next stage of your particular spiritual journey. This is a very significant month indeed, because you are about to rediscover, you are about to discover something really important about yourself, really important about your spiritual journey, really important about the view on life, in general, that you normally have and that you have. There is something that is actually going to happen this month that is indeed going to change your mind when it comes to the certain direction. But most certainly this is going to be so brilliant for you, my gorgeous Pisces, my gorgeous Piscelini, because it is going to be the end of the problem, the end of the karmic problem, the end of the spiritual karmic problem. And when I say this is just something to do with a certain particular part of your life that was just kind of affecting you in a certain way for the last 4 years, indeed, without you even realizing. In something to do with like it's some kind of like an unfinished business, but also something that you were like kind of focusing towards and something that you were hoping that it's going to happen. Now it is going to happen, and when you least kind of expected. But the bottom line is that it is going to unfold and happen in such a form where there is going to be the end of the problem, and it's going to come up as a very interesting and important conclusion indeed. And I'm very happy to say this to you because in particular the 17th of October is in particular going to have a very significant meaning for you. The 17th of October 2019, it is going to bring you an idea, it is going to bring you realization, it is going to bring you realization, an idea, something that is just going to come out of nowhere, something that is going to happen in such a way where you will be part of the new energy, like a different energy, part of the different vibration, which means that the 17th of October it's also going to have such an amazing and very interesting influence on you, an impact on you, where you're just going to find yourself like finding like kind of like find yourself being very much so drawn towards the certain opportunity. And that what I find it even more fascinating, even more beautiful, even more amazing is that this is only the first part. The second part of a really important day, it's actually going to be on the 31st of October. Of course it's going to be the 31st of October, my gorgeous Piscelinis, because this is going to be the particular day when the veiling between this world and the spirit world is at its thinnest. And this is nothing unusual when it comes to you, my gorgeous Pisces. You're very deep, you're very beautiful, you're very spiritual, you can connect in all sorts of ways, like very deep indeed. You go and dive very deep. I said this before. So this is why you're going to find yourself, especially this 31st of October indeed, and you're going to find yourself, you're going to rediscover yourself. And as I said, it's going to be the second part of the 17th of October. Let me get this straight, my gorgeous Piscelinis. Let me get this straight. On the 17th of October, it is going to be like just out of the blue situation, which is just going to arise, which is just going to make you and help you and kind of push you towards the certain direction, which is just going to happen as in a form of the new option that you're just going to start feeling very much so drawn towards, the new invitation, new opportunity. But there's some kind of invitation, it's also going to be connected to it, but it's not as important as this is going to be like a new opportunity for you, my gorgeous Piscelinis. On another hand, the second stage of this new opportunity is going to happen and unfold on the 31st of October 2019, where the things are going to happen and unfold in such a way where you're going to kind of be part of all sorts of dimensions, because as I said, it's a very powerful day. Samhain, and some call it like a Halloween, but it's like a Samhain when, it's like the veiling between this world and the spirit world is at its thinnest. And that is going to reflect on you in the best of the possibles of ways, because you will indeed have a little mini baby hermit moment. And a mini baby hermit moment, it's a very important moment in time, because you're going to be even more kind of connected to this particular dimension, to this particular direction, and it's going to be like really wonderful in many, many, many ways. But the bottom line is that something is going to be revealed to you. On one hand, it's going to be like a half and a half. On the one hand, it's all about the realization about yourself, thinking in a really good, positive, and a very highly way because of some kind of situation. It's going to unfold in you feeling very proud and very good about yourself. But on another hand, another half is going to be very important, because it's all about your success, and it's all about your gain, and it's all about you realizing that there is a certain obstacle that you're about to do, certain obstacle you're about to go over, something that was blocking you and something that was preventing you before from moving on. Now this is going to kind of manifest itself in the most beautiful and gorgeous rose that is just going to be like right in front of you, and you're just going to go there and just smell it, and you're going to be like in a completely different world. This is going to be so beautiful, because the bottom line is that this is going to be a very important realization that your life is about to change, my gorgeous Piscelinis. Your life is about to change, and it's about to go on the whole new direction, on the whole new dimension. And by the end of the day, on the 31st of October, something is going to become very obvious to you, that it's just going to require a little bit of some kind of negotiations that you're going to need to have in order to get somewhere, in order to gain somewhere. But there is also going to be an amazing bravery, an amazing excitement, an amazing energy that you're actually going to have, because you will know that very soon, very, very soon indeed, my gorgeous Piscelinis, your life is about to change. This is so good, and this is going to be the beginning of something very important. And on one hand, this is going to be like a kind of rebirth of yours. On another hand, this is going to be a wake-up call, and and then again, you're going to have like a wonderful and beautiful harmony that you didn't feel in a really, really long time. However, this is all going to lead towards a very important and very special moment in your life indeed. Okay, my gorgeous Pisces, my gorgeous Piscelini, my name is Sasha Bonasin, and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Piscelini, and it's for October 2019. So it's for you, my beautiful, my ever so precious Piscelini, and it's for October 2019. Do you know, your number is number 3. Of course, the number 3 is a rather beautiful number, and it's very important when it comes to the realization that it's just a resolution of a problem is coming. But it's not only about that, it's about the particular conclusion that you are going to have, which is going to have a wonderful and healing effect and impact on you. Which means, on another hand, it's something very good and satisfactory. It's actually going to happen. You know, there is going to be an important compromise that you are going to have, and this is a part of the really big picture. This is the part of the really big journey. This is the part of very important journey, because to every single Piscelini, to every single Pisces in this world, this is just going to be an important month and a rather important moment in time, because you are about to go through something like a rather deep and rather dark, but in the best of the possibles of ways, because you are going to be kind of showered and you're going to be protected by the sacred and rather powerful energy. So everything is going to feel and it's going to seem like a little bit different indeed. On another hand, it's just so much to do with the period and with the stage in your life when you had like some kind of difficulties, but especially in the last 2 years, okay? In the past 24 months, there was something that was preventing you to move on. There was something that was blocking you to move on, but especially when it comes to the dealing with the new people, dealing with new situations, dealing with new projects, it would have been like you would get to the certain point and then you just would kind of lost yourself. And this is so important to say, because this is the part of this significant vibration that does makes us feel in this way, that it does makes us feel a little bit uneasy. It does confuse us a little bit. And this happens, of course, this happens like every now and then to every single sign, but it just depends on our particular spiritual journey where this is going to happen and what would you need to do in this world, on this earth, in order to kind of like make your spirit to evolve in a different direction, in a different way and on a different path, and then automatically the new stage is about to be revealed to you. This is exactly what's happening to you, my gorgeous Piscelini. The new stage is about to be revealed to you, and it's going to be very important because it is going to require from you to make a necessary necessary changes, certain changes, but most certainly it's going to affect you. It's going to affect your home. It's going to affect your family. It's going to affect people around you. It's going to affect your everyday life, because there is going to be the need to actually change certain things, the need for transformation, the need to move on. It's just so good, because this energy is also very powerful and it's very brave when it comes to like making certain decisions. So if there are very big decisions that you wanted to make, that you needed to make, that you felt like making, most certainly this is going to be an important month, because you're just going to be on these wings of love that are just going to be like taking you like above everything. So on one hand, you will be able to see a situation from a slightly different angle, and on another hand, you're just, without thinking, you will be able to kind of do things so quickly, because you're going to be so much so connected to your spirituality and to your spiritual side. So you will be kind of like a really quick to kind of say the right things, and that's absolutely sacred moment in time for you indeed, my gorgeous Piscelinis. You see, very, very important moment in time. And also you're gonna kind of see a certain person, somebody's gonna like kind of like show their slightly not really nice side to them, but then again, you know, it's just going to be a really important month to kind of move on. It's somebody who you kind of expected something, and somebody who you didn't trust so much as far, somebody is just going to confirm something to you this month, and this is also going to be an important time for you. I don't think that you are going to be like always like upset, you know, but it is just going to be the confirmation, and it's not about you, the way you feel, how this is going to make you feel and things like that. It's about what is actually going to come out of it. And very interesting idea, it's almost immediately going to kind of manifest in front of you, like some kind of advice yourself you're going to receive through this particular situation. But it's just going to be like the part of the very interesting confirmation that you are going to have, and it's not going to be such a surprising thing whatsoever. When it comes to the actual health, my gorgeous Piscelinis, when it comes to the actual health, this is going to be a rather good month when it comes to the actual energy, because the energy levels are going to be a little bit better, you know, not a little bit better, but the energy levels are going to be quite good, because in itself it's going to be an important moment in time, because you're going to feel rather optimistic, and this optimism, it's going to come from the actual energy that you didn't feel in a while. And this is nothing unusual, because you're going to be the part of the very deep and very transformative dimension, and this is why this is going to balance you out rather nicely. So when it comes to energy levels, you know, this month is going to be quite good, and it's going to make you feel really optimistic. But on another hand, when it comes to the actual cold and flu, it is just so important for you to carry on taking acerola cherry powder. What I said before is just so important. Organic acerola cherry powder, which you find without any other ingredients, just organic acerola cherry powder, and this is going to give you whopping 1080 milligrams of vitamin C. If you take this every single morning in a little bit of water, you take 1 teaspoon, you mix it up and take it, and then you drink this every single morning, and this is going to replenish nicely vitamin C levels inside your body. And this is something that I need you to take, because of the cold and flu symptoms. There will be a little bit more like enhanced when it comes to your health. So it's something that I would like you to take, is like a vitamin C acerola cherry powder. And on another hand, to also like kind of get rid of the toxins, just a wheatgrass, organic wheatgrass, also like preferably from New Zealand, if you can get it if possible, like organic wheatgrass. It's absolutely amazing, and it's going to help you to flush out the toxins indeed, and it's just going to help you with rejuvenation. And this is something that I highly, highly, highly recommend you to take, okay? And also, these are natural supplements, but if you're on any other medications, if you are pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, just check with your doctor or check with your GP, because only your doctor or GP can actually tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. But I'm telling you, this is going to be something quite important for you to take, because it is going to, on one hand, like replenish your energy levels, but especially when it comes to like a cold and flu and things like that, this is going to be quite very, very important thing for you to take. Okay, so now my gorgeous Piscelinis, going on the very first date Okay, the very first date that is going to be important this October, indeed, it's going to be bam, 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 the 1st of October, of course. This is your dimension, this is your element, this is what I said, like you are going to walk through this month from the beginning of the month, like as the time goes by, you're just going to feel like kind of weird, but good weird, you know, bizarre, but good bizarre, you know, interesting, but very interesting, you know, excited, but like a little bit confused at the same time, but in the best of the possibles of ways, because it is just this wonderful direction, wonderful dimension. It is not only the 31st of October that it's going to be important, but it's throughout this month. You're just going to be walking like every day. It's going to seem like a more significant for you, my gorgeous Piscelinis. So from the 1st of October, I would highly suggest you as well, if you're looking for work, for job, keep on applying for as much as you can, because something very important is going to happen. Something very significant is going to happen, which is going to require from you to change things a little bit, but most certainly it is going to be the time of the rebirth and readjustment. By the time we get to the 1st of October, it is all about you feeling very important. It is going to be this is the energy that is going to make you feel very important and very powerful, and suddenly you're going to be able to look at your situation from a slightly different angle, and you will see exactly what you achieved. You're going to hear something about your achievement, which is going to be really good as well, but at the same time, this is going to be so much connected to the new plan. There is a new plan that is going to be so important to you, but also it is just something that you would have thought it would have been like some kind of fantasy before, like just a few years ago, or you would feel like a little bit uncertain, or you wouldn't have enough confidence, but now this is the vavavumish moment in time. Indeed, very, very vavavumish moment in time, my gorgeous Piscelinis, because this is something that is going to be the change breaker, the game breaker. You see, it is just so good, because also like when it comes to friends and when it comes to relationships, this is also going to be an important moment in time, just as of the 1st of October in particular, because somebody very important is also going to return into your life. Not like a lover or something like that, but a friend who's meant to be there, right now in this particular time when it comes to your spiritual journey, because they will confirm something to you, something very significant, but they're not going to do it directly. You will just kind of feel and get and sense this confirmation through them, through your knowledge, through your love. This is going to be very important, because it is at the same time, it is going to help you to make a rather wise decision. So this is what the 1st of October is going to do. It is going to be the beginning of you making a really quite wise decision, and that decision is also going to be able to kind of have a really big important start, and that start in itself, it's going to be completely connected to the new plans, what I said, new wish, something that you really want to do, but also because you are doing it at the right moment, at the right time, there's a swift change, and swift change going to be completely connected to it indeed. The second important date, my gorgeous Piscelini, it's actually going to be the 11th of October. Now the 11th of October is my lord. This is all about like, look, you need to be careful, because this is going to be that date. You know, when I said that somebody is going to be like a little bit naughty, somebody who you're actually going to learn something through, but you're not going to get completely surprised. So this is what this moon is, the moon means, you see. Some kind of person is just going to arise, somebody around you that is just going to do something, and then they will just go, but then you will kind of not be surprised by it. But this is an important moment in time, because on one hand it's going to confirm something to you, but on another hand it's going to give a rather wonderful idea. But also at the same time, if this didn't happen, you wouldn't kind of like have the mixture of this wonderful vibration and energy that you are going to have. So what is going to happen, like something you will want bring something together into the perfect union, and you will know that there is a management very much so going to be so connected to this certain compatibility. And when it comes to like you, what you do and what you want to achieve, an adjustment is going to make sense, an adjustment that you're going to make, and that adjustment is also going to come like an idea through somebody else, but more like some kind of good, beautiful and rather powerful influence, because most certainly it is all coming from the certain successful combination, and some kind of really good feeling, some kind of really good idea through somebody who is very very successful in your life around you, who is just going to kind of confirm something to you, what you are doing, but not again directly. Then you're going to get and realize and receive this confirmation through something that they do, through something that they do with their own success when it comes to you, your life, and your own synchronicity. This is all going to make sense at the same time, my beautiful, my gorgeous, my ever so precious Piscelini, Piscelini, Piscelini. What else I was going to say, my gorgeous people, is that on that particular day, on the 11th of October, of course, it's number 11, it's sacred, it's very sacred. You're on the entrance, you're at the entrance of something very important here, okay? And when I say that you're at the entrance of very important here, it means that, like, when it comes to love, when it comes to relationship, when it comes to your love in general, oh my Lord, something very important is going to happen here. Something that is going to happen, that is going to last for a long time, for generations. Something is going to be activated, something that you will be able to breach, and something that is just going to kind of become a very important stage and very important point in your life indeed. But it's to do with the actual omen that you are going to have. An omen that you're going to have, it's going to come and it's going to happen in the form of like a little bird again, or it's going to be something that is flying. It could be like, again, like a little, like a dragonfly. It could be like a little fly. It could be like a, you know, it depends, but something is going to be flying. It's going to be completely connected to the wings indeed. And this is going to come, and this is going to happen in such a way where you are going to kind of have a confirmation about love, romance, like a love, romance, happiness, friendship, and tranquility, and most certainly this whole new harmony that is going to come through. The whole new harmony is going to come forward, but something is going to be completely proven to you with that particular omen. It is all about the synchronicity and all about you realizing that something very important is actually going to take place. Something very important is going to actually happen here. And it's just so good because it's all going to be connected to something to prove to you that, and you're also going to have a rest after time that was like a quite negative. And also on another hand, for those of you babies who kind of wanted to have like some kind of romance, wanted to have a love and things like that, and things just simply haven't been happening. Now this 11th of October is going to change everything, because you can imagine to go like you're going through really powerful, important spiritual door that is just incredible, and that you're going to go through on the 11th of October. And after that moment in time with the romance and love, if you were unhappy in love, if nothing was happening, now this is going to be really nice turnaround. That's what I'm saying. And all that little like omen that I said, it is all going to make sense at the right moment and the right time. If you don't understand the omen, then see what you were thinking about. You need to find out what this omen thinks, what its symbolical meaning for this omen. Everything happens at the right time. So the right meaning that you find, that meaning is just going to be the right meaning for you as well indeed. And what else is going to happen? You are going to find yourself being in a slightly confused situation, but you will gain some kind of realization. Gain realization, I mean that there is somebody who gave you an advice not that long ago, that somebody that who you really like, somebody who you really appreciate, somebody who you really think of very highly of, and that is going to be so good, because that advice is going to bounce back, and it's going to make some sense now so much, because you will realize that you are going to escape from somebody who's like some kind of like a user, and somebody who's not a really nice person. So you need to be a little bit, just tiny little bit careful on the 11th of October, because there is also going to be a little bit negative person around you, somebody who's like using people, somebody who's not really nice to people, and I don't like this person whatsoever. So just be a little bit careful, like maybe try to keep things to yourself as much as you can. You see, of course, you're very smart, you're very clever, and this is exactly what it means. You just need to be really sharp, and you are going to be really sharp, and that is going to be an important moment in time, because you are going to find out something about yourself. But what this also means is just keep certain things to yourself. Don't talk to people who you don't trust. I'm not saying that you're doing this normally, but just keep certain things to yourself. Like don't do any particular like a massive negotiations or something like that on that particular day, because I'm seeing this person, somebody who's like maybe love using people a little bit too much here, and I don't like this person. But you will indeed protect yourself, so it's all going to be fine. The next important date, okay, it's going to be on the 31st of what else I was going to say, what is quite good for you to get, sorry, my gorgeous Piscelini. Do you see this beautiful black tourmaline? Black tourmaline is just probably the most powerful crystal when it comes to protecting yourselves against all sorts of negative energy. You're very powerful signs, you're very significant signs, and what happens with you, my gorgeous Piscelinis, is like you're like Scorpios, very much so, like Virgo. You're very deep, you're very intuitive, you're very spiritual. There is so much coming from you. You're very, very strong spiritually, which means that on one hand you've got the power of manifestation, which is like ridiculously strong and important, but on another hand, you know, it always has to balance itself out. On another hand, this power is also can like kind of bounce back in such a way that you're open a little bit more than other signs to like spirituality. But what does that mean? That your energy can get drained quickly, a little bit quicker, because it depends who you're around, because you can get affected quite easily. Because October is going to be as important and very spiritual indeed. I highly recommend you to get this black tourmaline. This black tourmaline crystal is so important because it's going to help you to protect yourself against all sorts of negative energy. You can put this in a little bag, you can go wherever you want, you can put this in a little table in front of you, or you can like put it on a, you know, like at home, you know, it depends. If you're working in the office, you know, it's just very good to actually have this. It's wonderful to protect yourself indeed. If you would like to buy this black tourmaline, you can get it in my store, and basically the description is at the bottom below. Sorry, the actual, yeah, the link is in the description. The link is in the description at the bottom below. And obviously by buying this for my channel, you're supporting my channel as well, but I highly recommend you to get this black tourmaline. It's absolutely beautiful and very important to have as well. The third important day, my gorgeous Piscelinis, is actually going to be on the 31st of October. So Wayne, this is when Sasha is gonna sit on his little broom and just ride as far as he can. Seriously, I'm not even joking. Okay, so the 31st of October is an incredible day because it's just like the spirits of our relatives are just everywhere. The spirits are everywhere. They are everywhere normally, but especially when it comes to the 31st of October, this is just going to be insane. And people just sometimes, people can feel this, you know, not sometimes, but more always, you know, you just feel it's a different day. It's a very deep, it's a very deep spiritual, it's very powerful. So for you, this is going to be an incredible moment in time because it's just going to be the beginning of almost like an adventure. And it's just also, you are going to have a very important confirmation in that particular day. Something that you have been working on, something that you have been hoping for to happen. Now, most certainly, there is going to be the nice realization that you are going to have, and that in itself is just going to be all towards like a success, gain, and overcoming, you know, the certain obstacle. But most certainly, you know, it's just like about the negotiation as well that is going to be followed through this, by this, not on that particular day, but this day it's going to be the start of some kind of a process. Very important moment in time. And this is what I said before, the 31st of October, it's like a very important for you because that is just going to be, oh my God, the realization that you're going to have, it's mind-blowing. It's what the realization you're going to have, it is just going to change your life literally. And the realization that you're going to have is just going to come from the certain part of your life not that long ago that you were kind of focusing on, that you were focused on, that is just about to be self-illuminated. Something is also connected to your past, some kind of realization when it comes to your past, something that you used to do like a long time ago. Now this is going to be the realization it's going to happen through such a way when you're going to feel a very strong connection with your childhood at the same time. And that in itself is going to be an important moment in time because it's going to self-illuminate some kind of stage in your life that is going to help you to realize that now it's the moment, now it's the time to bring something in from the past, which is about to bring you a really important insight into your situation today. But it's not only about that, but it's about the progress after that moment in time that is just going to be absolutely mind-blowing indeed. I like it, Piscelinis. On another hand, this is all the 31st of October is just going to be like a really important victory that is just going to be really good, and it's just like a, you know, and realization that there was a certain challenge that you did, certain challenge that you overcome, and now this is going to be amazing, because also when it comes to the actual number, it is all about number 7, and number 7, it's also if you do want to start certain negotiations, if you do want to buy something big, if you want to start something big, if you want to have a really important and significant beginning, then the 31st of October is just going to be very, very woomish moment in time for you indeed, because the 31st of October you are also at the same time going to have a really luck about you, luck around you, so you can try your luck on this particular day, because especially when it comes to the negotiations and things like that. Never mind the fact that this luck and this feeling and this energy is just going to be very strong on the 31st of October, 1st of November, and even the 2nd of November 2019 as well. So you will have like about 3 days here to play with, but this is purely because the energy of the 31st of October extends on an additional couple of days. So it's not only about that particular day. So on you, this is going to reflect in a really, really nice way, in a really, really important way indeed, you see. And you do have a very little bit of the tower situation here. I'm sorry, but there is a tower situation going to be here, but you know what I mean. It is just also something that is kind of going to surprise you, but this is going to be such an incredible moment in time when this tower situation happens, and it's going to be nothing to do with you, but it's to do with the people that are around you, and it's to do with somebody else, and that in itself is going to be an important moment in time, because you will know that for your life this is going to be the time, really important moment and really important time to move on. And this is why this is going to be so good, because it's not about you having a really problematic situation, but it's about you realizing that you are the one who is actually going to escape this situation. Okay, what else I was going to say that it's really important, please, my gorgeous Piscelini, look at this baby, look how gorgeous this is. This amethyst piece, this piece is something that I highly recommend you to get. Look at this beauty, check this, how gorgeous this is. Look at this, the energy is just so beautiful. Just holding it, it's like absolutely amazing. Just holding it, it feels like really incredible. These are the pieces that I have now, and I'm selling them in my shop, of course, and by buying this you're also supporting my channel. But I want to say to you why I think that you would need this and you will benefit from this gorgeous piece of amethyst throughout of October. But it's not only October, it is a very important time that you are going to have in between now and in between April 2020. My gorgeous Piscelini, this is going to be an important moment in time in between now and April 2020, when I highly actually suggest you to buy this, an amethyst, because it's going to help you to enhance your third psychic eye. It's going to help you to protect yourself also, like while you're like having astral projections, but it's also going to kind of like sharpen up your mind, and it's also going to kind of help you to kind of realize the really important messages from the spirit worlds, from your past relatives, from your angels. It's going to help you to remember your dreams. It's going to enhance your third psychic eye in a way, but it's also going to protect your energy. It's a really wonderful and very beautiful crystal that at the same time it's making us very psychic, very spiritual. It protects us, but it also has got a really wonderful impact on us and our energy and our decision making, especially when it comes to like us being indecisive, because it's a very important stage unfolding in our life. In order to get this beautiful gorgeous amethyst crystal, you just go to the description and you will see the link at the bottom, and as I said, by buying crystals from my channel you're also supporting my channel. Now basically going to the very first part of October 2019, it's just so wonderful, and it's all about your own beginning. It's all about your own wake-up call, which is just going to reflect on you having lots of adventurous energy. You will feel like a really good in an adventurous level. And also something that happened not that long ago, you were really nice to somebody. It's the karma is coming back and say, hello, my gorgeous Piscelini. The karma is coming back and it's wonderful because it's about to reward you. It's about to reward you. It's about to reward you indeed and bring you really beautiful magic and really beautiful harmony. Harmony because you were very compassionate to someone, with someone not that long ago. And now this is going to come back. Somebody was going through a negative stage, negative experience, and you just stepped through without being selfish or anything like that. Not that I'm saying that's selfish, but it was a beautiful thing you did, and now this is about to come back, and this is going to make you feel so good about yourself. But that in itself also, it's going to be a very important moment in time for your relationships in general. But now also when it comes to like doing something very important for those of you that are couples, it's just going to be some kind of really important stage is going to happen here, like really amazing, some kind of recognition when it comes to the couples, when it comes to something that you were doing and some kind of option. It's going to start becoming like a life-changing experience here. And also for those of you that are single and ready to mingy, my gorgeous Piscelini, you know, there is someone very special that it's about to happen here. Somebody very special is about to notice you. Somebody very special is about to realize everything you want them to realize about you. It's so important. And it's a couple of people that are actually naughty Piscelini, but almost it is like a choice of a couple of people, but one of them is just going to be absolutely mind-blowing for you. So this is an important moment in time for relationships, and an important moment in time for like relationships in general, friends, family, but also like a love, and our relationships that actually exist. Very important moment in time. But also what I wanted to say, like when it comes to career, when it comes to finances, if you're like retired, it doesn't matter. For example, when it comes to finances, this is going to be absolutely amazing because it's just like all about you getting to the very important stage. Finances are going to start changing here, and this is going to be really good. So important moment in time for those of you that are working, because it's all about recognition and some kind of like offer, and you taking your life on the whole next stage, whole next level. On another hand, it's a justice is coming. As well, the first part of October is going to be important because some kind of justice is coming. Justice is also very much so connected to some kind of July or number 7, pretty much so. But the justice is coming, justice is coming. I'm so happy for you because I can see a big smile on your face, so which means that you're going to like the outcome. But then again, it's all about you feeling really good, and it's all about you moving on with your life as well. But also at the same time, it's going to bring you the whole new inspiration and potential, because you will realize very big happiness when it comes to you, when it comes to people around you, when it comes to your family in general, because you're going to start feeling free. This will mark an important stage in your life where you're going to start feeling free, and this is absolutely going to be very significant indeed, which is just going to basically, by the time we get to the second part of October 2019, it's all about the completion. This is an important part of months when it comes to the completion, and it's going to be mind-blowing. It's going to be really good, and it's just going to give you so much energy, and it's going to open your eyes, and it's going to inspire you. It's about the completion and also the certain traveling journey. It's also going to be making sense here indeed. If you can kind of go away for a while and just relax a little bit, it would be fantastic. But it's also all about the actual energy. It's all about the new plans, and it's all about a certain idea that you're going to have through this realization. What else I was going to say, it is a contemplation that you're going to have. You're going to be wondering about something as well, and that affected your balance a little bit in the last year, and it's also all about organization and disorganization. So the contemplation that you are going to have is just going to make you realize that in order to get the balance back, and in order to see the answer to your question, it's all going to be about the organization and disorganization, which is just going to test you a little bit. You're going to find it a little bit challenging because it's going to put you to deal with a certain stage of your life that you need to be a bit more assertive. But then again, the realization that it's all about the moderation, and it's all about, you know, the changes are coming one step at a time. It's more to know and to realize that you are indeed on the right track. You are indeed on the right journey. This is all, my gorgeous Piscelinis. It's all about your victory and mental clarity and the synchronicity and happiness that you are going to have at this moment in time as soon as this actually happens. This is so good. I'm so happy for you. And also it is just going to be, and you know, like you will have a really wonderful time when it comes to like discovering certain things about your life, when it comes to the certain mysterious things. You're gonna feel like very much so attracted to like mysterious things and mysterious people, and this is nothing unusual. And you are, by the time we get to the last part of October, you are going to have a really interesting like realizations through like mysterious situations, mysterious group, mysterious people. You're gonna find yourself on the side of mysterious, but it's gonna feel so good because it's going to be also great accomplishment that you are going to have through this. I know it sounds very complex, it sounds very deep, but that's exactly how you are, my gorgeous Pisces. It's very complex, very deep, and very wonderful indeed, because through weirdness you're gonna realize there's some kind of like accomplishment, but that accomplishment is going to lead towards more money, financial situation, new option is going to become available. And also it's just like when it comes to work, when it comes to career, the whole new stage, it's going to become available here. And it's important to remember to stay committed to the task at hand indeed. Okay, and also it's just like basically I like it. It's important to remember to stay committed to the task at hand, because it's the certain dissatisfaction that is just going to have a really wonderful turnaround, and it is going to bring you certain wish that it's about to start manifesting and happening for you here. And it's all about a certain part of your life that made you feel really frustrated. Like frustration is just about to have a turnaround and say, hello Pisces, now I'm becoming like a swift change, because it's an important moment in time, because it's all about a certain new stage, certain new apprenticeship, certain new option, certain new realization that it's about to take your life towards the new path. And that it's also going to come through you being praised. Someone is going to praise you at the end of October 2019, some kind of authority. Whether you're working, it's going to be some kind of boss, manager. If you're not working, then it's going to be an important moment in time if you're looking for work, because a certain authority is going to come through forward and blow your mind so much what they're going to tell you. And if you're retired, then it's also going to be something, it's going to happen here, an important stage, it's going to unfold, but it's going to come through something, some kind of waiting process, waiting experience, and it's going to come through the certain authority, and it's going to make you feel really, really good about yourself indeed, because it's all about being indecisive up until this point about a certain stage in your life, and now the decision is going to be made that it's at the same time going to become your greatest awakening, my gorgeous Pisces. And this is going to happen right at around the end of at the end of October 2019. You will know that there is a certain suspension and sacrifice that you're going to need to make. You're going to need to action in order to get here. But most certainly now, when the tables are turned, you're going to feel like this is more like an adventure, and you're going to feel very daring indeed. And I like it, and I like it, and I like it, because this is all about you having your victory and mental clarity in something very, very exciting, very beautiful, very amazing, very spiritual. It's going to take place at the end of October. Beautiful, spiritual, amazing, deep experience in every single way. It's just going to open your eyes, but most certainly the whole new option that is just going to be all about your victory and mental clarity, and the beginning of something really, really special. Realization about your skills, but the beginning of something really big and really special indeed. Okay, I'm just going to shuffle these cards now, my gorgeous Pisces, and I'm going to concentrate on those of you that are in relationship, and this is for October 2019. So it's for you, my gorgeous Pisces, and it's for those of you that are in relationship for October 2019. This is just an incredible moment in time. You know, some problem and some issue is going to come to an end, a stage, you know, that you both knew that you had to like kind of work on for quite a while now. Now this is karmically getting to the really important moment, and it's all coming from the fact that you both kind of decided to make some kind of idea, to make some kind of suggestion to each other, and you knew this was really wise, but you knew this was like a lot to do with like a timing. So now this timing is going to have a really nice turnaround, and the whole new option is going to become evident here for both of you. I really like like it, because also you are both going to start thinking about really big change through that recognition that I said before, and you're both going to have a life-changing choice here, life-changing choice as a couple. And I really like it, because most certainly this is going to make you feel so happy, both of you, throughout the month. Something to really look forward to, because you will know that this is about to change your both lives indeed. And you were waiting for this, you were waiting for this. Okay, and now I'm going to shuffle these cards, and I'm going to connect to those of you that are single and ready to mingy. My gorgeous Pisces, you know, this month it's going to be so important. This month is going to be the month of friends coming, returning, you know, coming and going, but returning friends, you know, and meeting friends. You know, it's such an important month when it comes to like relationships in general, indeed, and you're gonna like it. A lot of flirting. This is nothing unusual, because what I didn't mention before, it is the wonderful radiance that you are going to have, and that is going to reflect on other people, and that beautiful energy that you have within you is just going to come out in the form of a radiance, where lots of people are going to find you beautiful and attractive and sexy and amazing and smart and clever. And it's so good, because at the same time there's going to be somebody that is just going to come through, and somebody's going to blow your mind. My lord, my lord, my lord. Pisces, the bottom line is, those of you that are single, there is someone very special that is about to walk into your life, and it's going to happen at the moment in time when some kind of great new beginning takes place. And it's also going to happen at the same time when you have a certain invitation and opportunity that you're going to be thinking about. So you're not going to expecting this, but then again you will know, and you will be happy, because it's about the advancement. Okay, and also a certain challenge that is just going to take a little bit of your energy at the same time. And this is going to be an important moment in time, and there are going to be a couple of people that are going to be, hello my darling, but one in particular is going to be mind-blowing. One in particular is going to be amazing. Pisces, be prepared to be swept off your feet, because someone very special is about to come into your life this month. Somebody very special is about to walk into your life, who is going to become the integral part of your life indeed. So be prepared to be swept off your feet, my gorgeous Pisces. And all I can say is just go out there, be part of absolutely everything, because most certainly you are going to be enjoying your month in so many different ways indeed. Okay, my gorgeous Pisces, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I love you all to bits. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of healing, love and light. Okay, my gorgeous Pisces, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.